Be on the right.
Developers hate him.
So is the weather correct?
Yeah. It's not raining right now.
What happens if it rains mid-run? Is it just gonzo?
If it rains during a run, I'm going to try using the machine to counteract it. If doing so ends up interfering with the final part of the game, then I actually cannot finish the run.
Base.
Is this as loud as this is gonna be? Or is it gonna be like?
This is as loud as it gets, yeah. The category was full life, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's just any percent of this game.
Does this sound good? I mean, it's really easy to hear us. Okay.
You guys are actually pretty quiet.
Not really. Yeah.
I'm just extremely perceptive. My cat, like, all those years in that fursuit have finally affected me.
If you talk a lot, it won't matter.
Yeah, okay.
The quieter it is, the more it opens up. So, it's pretty quiet.
Okay.
Okay, so is sound good enough?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Yeah.
we'll...
I don't really care if they can hear the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to be more comfy, you can just turn the music all the way up and mute everything else.
That sounds good. Okay, so we'll go live with you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there we go.
Yay. Reminder, if it rains during this run, I can't beat it.
Thanks for the reminder.
No problem.
Hey, Snowy.
Hmm?
The fuck is this game?
What the fuck?
I have
Who
no
let
idea
you
what
on the
this game
couch?
is. Bro Buzz.
Oh, okay, that's fine. This is Spider, Rite of the Shrouded Moon. It's a late 2015 indie game that nobody... I'm pointing at the camera for. I'm telling you. I thought this was a personal conversation. But it's a late 2015 indie game by Tiger Style Studios that absolutely nobody knows about. One thing I actually really want to do, which is probably going to mess with everything. I much prefer playing this game without this. Let's not... Let's take a side, play from things. Are you sure? Yeah. Submit scores. Are you sure? Yeah. And I actually prefer windowed mode in 1280 by 720, which now you guys can see the desktop. The reason I need that is I need access to this window basically whenever, because I'm going to be changing the real world time and the real world date throughout the middle of the run. So yeah, we got Dark Souls, Prepare to Die, Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth, Hot Coffee NASA. That has to be the porn folder.
That's exactly what you think it is.
Okay. Chronicles of Riddick, VTM, Vampire Masquerade, Metal Gear Rising. So we got all these other better games that you guys can be playing. Yo, Wheat Chop too. Not bad. And we got Google Chrome. So yeah, I don't know if you guys want just like that or... Oh, okay.
As long as you don't move the window around,
I might accidentally move it.
it's okay.
If I do,
we'll
that's...
panic and fix it.
That's... I'm sorry.
It won't be that bad.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you can just count us down.
Countdown. Time is actually going to start once I hatch from the egg. This category is full life because I'm a very special snowflake. I wanted to call any percent something cute, so time is going to start when my spider is born, and time is going to die when my spider passes away. From story reasons, not because I died, because I'm very intelligent. And that's going to be pretty soon. So yeah, the run's basically starting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So we should hit that. Okay. So the game's messing up right now. I'm gonna have to restart it real fast. This is a really good speed run, I promise. Good shit. Good shit. Sometimes when you have the first, I'm trying to basically do part of a puzzle more or less right off the bat, and sometimes when you're doing that in this game, it doesn't like it the first time. So let's give this a second go real fast. I'm glad we don't even need to restart the timer. It's fine. So now we run just along here, and hopefully this actually lights up. Hey! Change it to June 6th. Okay. Moving in this game is kind of interesting. There's movement, either jump-based movement, or there's crawling movement. jumping is almost universally better, except there's a lot of really tricky terrain that's all over the place. That if you... Okay, I didn't even get him. Whatever. That if you just hold some key, you'll start slowly crawling that way and you'll build up speed over time. However, jumping, you can tell, is a lot faster than your crawling speed. The problem with that, though, is that... The problem with that, though, is that your jumping speed is going to reset your momentum from your walking. Continue, okay. Go to Mansion South. I'm going to try going through the menus as fast as I can, so you're probably not going to see shit there. There we go. I need to collect every Roman numeral that I can find as part of a puzzle for basically near the end of the game, and I'm going to be doing that throughout the entire run, more or less. And collecting most of these, you see us like shining light through some area. Well, it turns out that that light is actually related to the current moon cycle that I have set by the date on my, like, in my machine system. So me changing the time is actually going to be very important for this speedrun. Local weather is also going to be very important for this speedrun. I'm just going to not go for that. There's a clue right there, that little piece of paper that I'm avoiding, because I already know how to solve all the puzzles in this game. I don't need clues. Clues actually slow the game down quite a bit whenever you grab one. So there we go. And I'm going to be trying to solve as few mysteries as possible, because this isn't the all mysteries category. This category here is I just want to more or less reach the credits of the game. And for me to do that really quick, I want to avoid a lot of this game, actually. You little short motherfucker. There we go. Don't run out of silk. Yeah, the web is how you catch bugs, which is needed to get through almost every level in this game. And unfortunately, that web is also your health. Most levels don't actually have any enemies that can hurt you, and a few do. This game's pretty lenient when it comes to health, actually, so it's unlikely that I'm ever going to die in this run. Oh, that little... Kill him. We're going to start seeing, yeah, there's like the flies, there's the hornets, there's the ants. There's different bugs in this game that you need to catch in specific ways. Most of them are just going to be, hey, get this thing in your web, and it'll work just fine. Oh, come on. There we go. Ants are basically, you just need to touch them, but the problem with that is the ants move a lot faster than most bugs. You know, portal open, not bad. Comfy RNG. There's a few spawns that each enemy can be that each bug can be in. And thankfully, most of them are either close enough to each other that them being randomized doesn't actually affect anything. The rest of them are almost universally like in areas that it doesn't take any more time to go get. Like, this is an area where crawling's pretty nice, because jumping through there is a bastard. Because you're just going to get stuck on, like, every wall, because spider feet are very sticky. Get you, get you. You can double jump in this game as well, which is... The double jump is pretty finicky for when it wants to work. It lets you basically continue jumping forward more while in the air. And there's, like, a little angle that you can do another jump in, which is more or less plus or minus 15 degrees of whatever direction you're facing. Which is nice, but not that helpful in a lot of situations. Double jumps are usually used like in a few specific scenarios. Let me get these bugs. Knock that over, but I make a web where they're going to all come out. So there should be ants on the clock. Yummy. Should be you. Hornets you have to... Oh, sweet. Hornets you have to get specifically by tackling them in the air. And I could have solved a mystery on that level, but I choose to instead not, so I can just immediately go to the barn. The different areas of this level, of this game in general, are all just like around this mansion, the Blackbird Estate, where all these mysteries are happening. That's a bad place for that fly. I'm just going to throw that out there. You should have been on the left. Also, I hit that hornet's nest, and that spawned a whole lot of hornets, and they're just going to fly around, and they end up flying off the level, and that counts as collecting them. So whenever I see a hornet's nest, unless it's something that I need to, like this one here, where they're going to fly a long time and I just need a few bugs. Oh, so I must have hit an ant or something there. I'm just going to hit it and I'm just going to let them fly away. Because I really don't want, like, any of that crap. Go inside the barn. The inside the barn's a comfy level. I'm making this here to use as a platform to make a web here, because there's a lot of bugs inside here that are all just going to fly up and get caught immediately. make this here, and then I... Don't you do this to me. Thank you, get in my web. Because that's exactly as many bugs as I need. This big disc on the left is a giant clue, so I'm going to avoid that. So I believe now I need to change it to AM. Because it should be the hayloft. Yep. On a clear day. Comfy. Imagine... Oh, fuck me. That's a really good jump. But that's a situation where it sounds like having a double jump is nice, but I couldn't... My first angle was wrong. There's not really anything I could do about it. So I am now going to collect ants. There's also a top-down section of this game that's used pretty sparingly. Come on, get back here. And I'm going to abuse... Normally the game doesn't want you falling off any... Thank you, really helps me out. It's difficult to fall off a ledge, so I have to trick the game into thinking that I'm going over that main platform there. Otherwise, it's just going to try its hardest to gravitate me back towards the ledges. But I actually want to fall off there, so I can just fall off into the other part of the level. Let me get you. Get caught in my web, perfect. Fall off the level here because it respawns me at the top. Make a web up here real fast, and then I'm going to touch you. While I'm touching you, I need to change it to June 2nd. It doesn't really matter how much time it takes me to do that on account of I just need to wait here. This level's cycle-based like crazy. And there we go. Easy every time. No. Okay, no, we're good. I was a little slow, but other than that, this was fine. Yep. Yeah. Make a little spider hop at the bottom. It sucks if you miss that final jump because it respawns you at the top every time. So you just kind of get screwed. So now we're going to make our way down here. This is going to be the first actually mystery puzzle that we solve in this game. And I was supposed to be collecting clues to find out basically the password that I'm going to be putting in up here, but I'm giant-brained as fuck, so I already know it. Okay, there we go. Let's go this way. And we go left, and we go here. That was a little bit slow, so now I'm going to lose some time here. 5. Comfy gnats. Right there. Go down here. Go across here. And the password is down. Yeah. This is what happens whenever you see a clue. And major parts of every puzzle count as clues. And yeah, they all take that amount of time, so we want to avoid it as much as possible. Also, that's a Jewish star right there. I've no idea what exactly that means for this game, but very telling. Yep, don't need that anymore. And now we are going to the Mansion North. We changed the moon cycle to be... Oh, hang on. I need to be collecting these guys real fast. I need to be collecting all 3 of these guys real fast instead of jumping out because I'm very intelligent. Let me get you real fast, Yummy. Let me get you real fast. There we go, yeah. I need to collect a lot of bugs in this level, and you've probably noticed that ants are the fastest bugs, more or less, to collect. So, yeah, I'm going to go on my way to get them as much as possible. Go in here and touch the boat. I'm going to not touch that clue in there while I'm at this. Actually, let's do a light jump right there. Hopefully you'll go into my web. Perfect. They're all in there. Excuse me. Excuse me. Get in there. Thank you. Grasshoppers are really annoying because they'll jump when you get near them. Okay, change that June 2nd to June 19th. Comfy. And this cutscene's really obnoxious because normally this cutscene plays, this long one here, so long as you don't have the mystery solved. Thankfully in this category, I don't need to be in this place more than... There we go, sweet. Now I can just leave. I don't need to be in this place more than once, but in other categories you need to come here twice. And it's really good because you have to sit through that cutscene the entire time. Because the Mansion North puzzle, you actually need to go through a bunch of the areas more than once in order to actually fully solve. Butler's Quarters is full of ants, but it's full mostly of flying ants and fast ants, which stinks, so I'm going to avoid them and go for comfy gnats instead. Yo, nice achievement. Thanks. Really helps me out. So this, I'm going to make a large web. I missed. I was hoping to get him in a double jump. kind of situation, and that just did not happen. You go there. We get that. That's a June beetle. They like to fly around, get in your way, and I swear to God, okay, now. I hit this and bounce off so I can hit the button again. Oh my God, get out of the way. Yeah, June beetles just kind of hover around and you can just ram into them. This is a secret. Secrets don't count as mysteries. Secrets don't do a whole lot for you other than just be like areas that usually contain like extra bugs. These are mosquitoes. You rarely see them in this run. They just fly directly away from you. Should have got enough there, so I ought to be fine. Oh my God, get away from me. There we go. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. There we go. Perfect. Easy every time. Directions with WAS can get kind of confusing when you're on all these ledges here. Because if you hold A, you'll keep moving in that. It will try moving you left, whatever's the most left direction, which may end up being like straight up or straight down sometimes. And that's not the best thing in the world, but it's nice because if you're on a ledge, you can just hold one direction, and so long as you keep that button held, you'll keep moving that way. Also, this fly's eating that sandwich, dude. Yummy. Get you. And this is a situation that's really obnoxious, but you basically just have to build a... Yo, nice. Best laid plan. Never mind. That's actually a big brain move I was making there. But yeah, I was trying to build a web out into open space, which kind of stinks, but there's not a whole lot you can do about it. This is another place that has guaranteed bugs in here. So I'm just going to fly through the closet and just wake them all up, and that's everything, and we're out of here. Comfy. Oh, my ear itches. Mansion North. Sewing Room is one of the most, like, straight-on speedrunning levels on account of it's basically the same every single time. Get you. Fly over here. Boop, boop, boop. Come down. Go straight down, because never mind. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention. That means they're over here. Basically, I make that web up there, and then I have to wait for the little fly to fly back into it, so I have enough time to go to either location that they can spawn in. But I didn't pay any attention because I haven't actually played this game in a very long time, and I'm kind of just faking most of this right now. Thankfully, no one's caught on yet, because nobody plays this game but me. There's an interesting skip you can do on this level where normally you have to hit a certain... You have to hit on the left here a bunch of buttons, and those buttons will make that lever become active, and you hit that lever and it starts a cutscene. And you can actually jump it such that you end up going back into the... you go back into the end level as you're doing that. Bing. So we want June 23rd. No, that's not the right one. 23rd. Okay. Ooh, baby. I just heard someone mention lasagna, and that was getting me very hungry. Here we go. This level is a complete clusterfuck because it's very randomized where everything's positions can be. The second screen, they have basically the same positions they can only be in. Like, this is an area where it's really nice to crawl instead of jump because I don't know if you've seen, like, how bumpy this terrain can be, but it's pretty absurd to try jumping across all this. There we go. And it's just crawl through there. There should be a lot of bugs up here, unless the game is... Never mind, there are 0 bugs up there, which means I'm getting one of the worst patterns you can get on this level, which always helps me out. Let's be real. That's a very good jump. That big guy there, I'm just going to avoid. You can catch them, but you need to make a strong web, which means you need to just have a web of a large enough area to fully get him. Yeah, otherwise he's just going to break the webs like that. And there's a few times when you do actually want to go for large bugs like that, and they're not very common. There's another mystery I could be solving on this level, but instead I'm just going to go straight for the top parts of this treehouse here on account of it's covered in ants and hornets and delicious gnats. So yeah, oh, there's a red ant. Okay, yeah, we're not going to see what they do, but a red ant you have to specifically tackle because if you just fly into a red ant... Nice. If you just walk into a red ant, they kick your ass and throw you away and take some of your web out. I don't know if they like actually beat the web out of you, or if you just get so scared by an ant touching you that like you know you poop your web out. But you lose health anyway, so it's just not very good. Comfy graveyard. So for the graveyard, we're not going to do anything here other than get the Roman numeral, which is 6 or something. I don't remember. And now we go to the tower and the smoking room I'm supposed to be doing during the day. So I want that here. It's still faster for me to change it during the day because otherwise in the night you have to go here and change quite... You have to go to the other screen and everything, and it's really obnoxious. Oh, excuse me. That's not how I wanted that jump to go at all. That's a red hornet. They're annoying. They'll actually try to attack me. You can't get on most of this halberd, but you can on the very edge right there. So I'm going to go inside here to wake up all of these very slow-moving butterflies. But they're very delicious butterflies as well. And now I'm just going to get you guys and we out of here. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Thank you. Change it back to not day. It's a shame that day isn't really useful in the speedrun. Most every puzzle you need in this game has to be done at night, but the day has a lot better music, so, I mean, you win some, you lose some. We get here, we go there, we go there. This is one of the levels where we actually that's a situation where double jump worked in a way it's probably not supposed to save my butt. But that's a situation where we make a big web to catch a big bug. We're actually going to catch another one of those bugs over here. Low silk, nobody cares. So, hey, how's it going, buddies? They like to walk away from you. Unfortunately, they accelerate a lot faster than you, so they usually get, like, stuck a bit. And they go right into my web because they're fucking stupid. And then we go here, go back around here, and that ought to be everything we need. Perfect. Every time. Go here, go to the laboratory. The tower is a lot of kind of back-to-back levels that are just pretty straightforward for a speedrun. You just want to get as many bugs as you can. This is... I might die. Okay, nope. That's electricity down there, which is really bad for a spider. For some reason, most things in this game will just hurt you and take some health away. Except... Ooh, I just accidentally caught you. Those are big bugs, the dragonflies, and the way that you catch the dragonfly... Oop, I mean, may as well. Just for the hell of it. The way you catch the dragonflies, you need to tackle them, and then you need to hit them into your... You need to tackle them and then get them into your web. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll wait here. We'll wait safely. We're not going to wait safely. We're going to go there quickly. If I were to get crushed there, I would lose some web and respawn just to the left, but if I were to get electrified there, I would die, have to watch the entire death animation, and then have to restart the whole level. I have no idea why getting electrified is just so punishing in this game, but it is for some bizarre reason. I don't know if they intended you to make a web like this, but this is how I'm gonna... Okay. I got bumped away, but for some reason it still let that web get created. But this is an easy way to get them. Continue building this web down here to get a strong one. Get you guys. Get you guys. Also, that thing I turned off at the very beginning called soft, like, body web, whatever it was called, makes it so the webs actually, like, flex and bend, which looks really cool. The problem with that is that it actually kills, like, most systems, and I have no idea why. It makes it so that when bugs hit a web, it, like, they kind of bounce around, and you moving around, like, makes the whole web kind of flex. There's that. We can just restart the level now, because we don't need to see that shit. So there's that. Up here, we go over here. Boop. Boop, boop. And normally we would be here during like a thunderstorm when it's raining. For some reason, every single time it rains wherever Blackbird Estate is, which is more or less where you are, it's a lightning storm. 23rd, right? Let's change it to June 13th. And now's as good a time as any, really. Boop. There we go. Get you all. And I'm gonna see another clue here. There's not really a way to avoid any of these clues, so you just kind of have to live with it. But doing this is a lot faster than solving the actual puzzle for this area. Make a little Y. Oh, are you really? Whatever, it's fine. Go for the infamous knuckle jump, which I just totally beefed, yeah. This little knuckle right there that I just fell past it. Please spawn me low. Oh my god, you son of a bitch. it's possible from the top to just jump directly there. Except you may have noticed at some point that when you're jumping, you travel faster than the camera does, which means you need to make that jump right the first time, because if you don't get that jump right the first time, you're not going to have enough time to set up a double jump to fix that, which means you're kind of screwed. The dock is where we do the other, like, serious puzzle for this category, where we just go up onto the boat here instead of anything else. We go here. Boom. And we need to turn this just to the correct things. The first one is this little Z. The second one is this Sanskrit looking thing right here. You just need to be on top of the, like, on one side of one of these, like, pegs basically to be turning the whole thing here. Next is like the LV thing. Oh, leave me alone. I don't like you. Yeah, I want to... It would be safe to... Yeah, next is the eyeball, and then the last one is the forkies right here. It would be safe to kill this hornet, but at the same time, it would be slower because I'd have to jump off of the wheel here. And if I were to jump off the wheel, like, all momentum the wheel has instantly stops, and I need to wait for it all to build up again, which is really obnoxious. Doing that special code there opens this area up, which lets me beat this level right away instead of collecting bugs. And it also it just takes me directly in to this place where I find this bizarre device over here. This bizarre device over here lets me go like this. And now I want to do you. That not correct? Excuse me? Did I write my notes wrong? I swear to God. So you, it makes it one sound for correct, one sound for wrong. Oh my God, no, it wasn't that one. It was you, right? Yeah. God. So my note sheet's wrong apparently, so I'm just gonna keep doing this till I get it right. Won't take very long. You. This is why I wish I brought my other note. I brought one of my notebooks, but it was the one that didn't actually have, you know, the things I needed to complete a speed run of this game in it, so I had to haphazardly make one. Okay, here we go, yeah. They each connect, like, some of them connect a lot, others connect not that many times, so that's the well right there. So, yeah, I need to show up when it is raining. And this is the final level of the game. We're almost there, boyos. This is another unavoidable. I don't even think this counts as a clue, but it's just unavoidable. That's the Blackbird Estate symbol, which lets you know that this is an important area. And we go here, we go down there, we go up here. And this month has, yeah, there's a unique code set every single month. And it turns out that the code for this month is pretty convenient because it's just these two triangles here. You need to do the well puzzle. Not the well puzzle, I mean, this is the well puzzle, but you need to solve the boat to get the Philosopher's Stone looking thing so that you can, like, unlock this level. And you need to do the windmill puzzle in order to get mechanical things moving in the background that you can kind of look around. You know, nice achievement. And you need that in order to get this code to actually work. You'd think there's another puzzle that you basically connect electricity to it, but for some reason you don't actually need to collect electricity to it. And, oh, time's coming up because I'm about to pass away. Yeah. Turns out that my spider was actually a cute girl all along, and I guess got laid along the way because she's laying eggs. Also, that's not how spider eggs work, but, I mean, I thought they laid them in, like, a sack or something, but I guess they just make giant pearls bigger than themselves. Oh, rest in peace. That's time. Yeah. I hope you all like the music. This game actually has a pretty bomb-ass soundtrack that was made for it, and you can get that on Steam. This whole game is a little pricey, in my opinion, on Steam, but whenever it goes on sale, I definitely think it's worth a buy. It's got a really good soundtrack. It's got just... I personally think the graphics are really cute in it. They did a fantastic job. It's a cozy game to play. You can really start getting your noggin jogging when you try solving some of the puzzles the first times through. And it's... I didn't really get the clues, so you might just look at that and think like, how is anyone supposed to get this? But when you get the clues, you get pretty clear information on how to solve pretty much every puzzle. So overall, yeah, I really like this game a lot. You can tell because I made the speedrun.com leaderboard for this, and there's nobody else on it. And yeah, I'm just gonna let this music play out because I love it.
So snowy.
Yeah.
Why does this run die when it rains?
What? Oh, this game uses. You may have noticed at the beginning, it said like, do you want this to access like your time, your date, and your weather stuff? For time and date, it uses. I'm not sure where it gets data for the moon things from. I'm pretty sure it's just some generic like API for like your moon calendar or something like that.
My moon time.
Okay. And it takes your internal clock system and its date in order to get that. So that's how it determines whether it's day or night, and that also determines the moon cycle. And I'm pretty sure it just uses some weather API that's like IP-based or some crap like that to find your local area's weather. Because when I was on the menu, you may have noticed that it said, Hamilton, curiously, on a rainy night. It knows that it's night, and it knows the moon cycle because of my machine's time settings. That's what I was changing in here to abuse. And I don't really know a good way. I'm not gonna like buy a VPN or some crap to like arbitrarily control the weather. You can't use the rain. You do get a device that lets you change weather and time for a short period of time. Changing it from day to night or night to day is worthless with this because you can just change your internal system. But for a short time, you can change it from rainy to day or day to rainy. And this resets every. I don't remember. I think it was every like waxing crescent or something like that. But it resets on some certain phase. Oh, it might have been first quarter. But on some phase, that would reset. And that, as far as I'm aware, doesn't reset at any time that would be useful for a run. So I could keep changing months forward and forward if it keeps raining so that I could reactivate the device. Yeah, you need to activate the device during this run. But if I reactivated the device by arbitrarily moving ahead in time, it would work. If I moved back to the same date, like for a different part of some puzzle, I'd still be screwed because the weather device would either still be active and or if time had been up for it, it would no longer be active. So it would be a shame if it was raining and I needed to get something and then I'd come back later when it's not, like that final thing, getting the light in the tower. If it was raining, I wouldn't have been able to see the Roman numeral 5 in the tower. So if I'd used the weather device then, I might not have been able to use the weather device to enter the well because it needed to be a new moon and raining at that time, which would have killed the run. I'm really glad that didn't happen, though. So, yeah. You guys ready for Garfield Kart? I'm not ready for Garfield Kart. Oh, my Jesus. Who's been making these lasagnas?
I'm gonna go to interview